What's going on, guys? Isaac Baylor here, back with a $600 gaming PC build, and this is a pretty good build for only $600. If you want to spend a little bit more on upgrading the graphics card or CPU, that's fine, but anyway, let's get into it. For the CPU, I went with the AMD Ryzen 5 1400 3.2 GHz quad-core processor. This is a $157.50 processor. $157.50 processor. And this is a great processor. It is quad core, which is really good for gaming, and at that price there's really nothing else besides like a really lower end i5, but that will be excellent. For the motherboard, I chose MSI B350M Gaming Pro Micro ATX AM4 motherboard. I chose a Micro ATX board because it's a whole lot cheaper than ATX, and that's what I had to choose to get into the $600 budget. And that's pretty much it about this. It has 2 RAM slots up to 3200 memory. Max support is 32 gigabytes. RAID support, no Crossfire SLI support, and onboard USB 3 headers and SATA and 4 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports. For the memory, I went with Crucial Ballistic Support LT 8 GB, 1 8 GB stick of DDR4, 2400 memory. I went with the 1 stick just because it was cheaper, and it is the same thing as 2 4 GB sticks. And plus, if you want to upgrade to 16 gigs, all you gotta do is buy another one of these and you're fine. For storage, I didn't go with an SSD and hard drive just because it would have been more expensive. But if you want to spend an extra $50 and get an SSD, which I probably wouldn't recommend just because I would buy a higher end graphics card with $50 and rather than an SSD. But for the storage, I went with the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 7200 RPM internal hard drive. This is fast enough to get you by without an SSD, but if you just want an SSD, then I guess you can get an SSD if you want to. But I wouldn't recommend that. I would either get a better CPU, a better motherboard, or a better graphics card. Probably more the graphics card, once they come back into stock anyway, because right now the 1050s are the only ones in stock. For the graphics card, I went with the Asus GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4GB Phoenix video card. Honestly, this video card looks really cool. It's got like racing stripes across the cooler, and it's got a 1.29 gigahertz core clock, a 1.39 gigahertz boost clock, 75 watt TDP, 4 gigs of GDDR5. It does not support multiple of 1050 Ti's, but I wouldn't do that anyway. It does support G-Sync, 1 DVI-D, 1 DisplayPort, and 1 HDMI port. Great video card for anything, pretty much. 1080p gaming. You can run most games on medium settings, fine. Unless they're like League of Legends and CSGO, you can run them high, ultra settings if you want. But great video card for right now. It's $150, but if you just want to go with the 1050 for like 120, 125, then that's good. But I think those only come in 2 gigabyte models, so I would choose this one if you really don't care. For the case, I went with the Corsair 200R ATX mid-tower case, mainly because it doesn't have a side window, but if you don't really care, then this is the case because it has all the expansion slots that you want. But if you want to upgrade or choose a different case, that has a side panel window, you can. It really doesn't matter. It has 5.25 inch bays, 4 2.5 inch bays, and 4 3.5 inch bays. So a great range of every expansion slot. And this is a neat little case for the price. It's pretty good. And finally, for the power supply, I went with the Corsair CXM 450 watt 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular ATX power supply. Great power supply, semi-modular, which, unless you just want a fully modular, to me is great. I actually have a semi-modular power supply. It's really good. And this will pretty much get you through every upgrade from now on, just because, unless you go with like an SLI or Crossfire, because this whole system only takes up 225 watts, which is like next to nothing. Like some pre-built computers, janky power supply could probably power it if it wanted to. But this 450 watt will do you with pretty much any upgrade from now on, until it goes out or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this $600 gaming PC build. Check out some more videos and like, subscribe, do all that, and have a good day. Bye.